welcome to today's episode of The Daily Blend. I am your host, AC, and y'all, it is home buying season. It's the spring. Well, it's almost the spring. I am here today with Dean and Amber Klempke. They are the Klempke Real Estate Advisors. How are you guys?
We're doing great.
Doing great this morning.
Very good to have you here.
We're happy to be
for having
here.
us.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is fun.
absolutely, absolutely. What in the world is going on in the market in spring in Como?
So much. So much. It's real busy. There's a lot of houses flying off the market right now.
I'm sure.
So, and we just don't have enough of them. So,
Yeah, there's definitely not enough houses
so
on
if
the
people
market
want to sell
right
their
now.
houses,
Uh-huh.
They should probably-
This is probably a good time.
This is a good time.
It's a great time.
Yeah.
It's probably a good time. So when people are thinking about selling their houses, like let's say I'm thinking about it, it's on my mind, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, what do you do? Do you just call somebody? Do you just say, hey, I'm thinking about this? Because I think sometimes people are nervous that the minute they call a real estate agent, they're like locked in a contract.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So what kind of things should agents be doing to help a person who's I just want to know what this is about?
So we like to do what are called real estate reviews with people, and we like to do them on a 6-month yearly basis, where we literally just have conversations with people, go into their homes and talk about the updates and things that they've done, talk about the activity in their neighborhood without a sales pitch. We're just there to provide information. And we want to make sure that everybody has all the information that they can possibly have.
Yeah, that's important, right? Because like a lot of times you don't know, and I'm just talking from my own experience, like you don't know if you're actually ready to sell. Maybe there are some things that could convince you to sell or that it's time to sell. And so that seems like it could be really helpful
Yeah.
to know what else is happening in your neighborhood, like what the market is like. I've done some upgrades, are these things worth anything? Are they valuable? Are they adding value? Are those the kinds of things that you're talking about?
And the beauty of doing the real estate review is it just kind of gives people they're armed with information. So they know, do I want to sell? Maybe. Should I wait? That way they have the information to go on to find out whether or not they do want to sell. And there's no pressure. It's just, here's your information, do with it what you will.
And so you guys aren't like, okay, and so now I've been here and I've talked
Right.
to you,
No.
Yeah.
You're like, this is just this is a service that you provide.
Right.
Yeah, and
Right.
it doesn't have to be just clients that we've worked with in the past. It can be if anyone is curious about, what your neighborhood's doing, what things are doing in Columbia, what your home is worth. We can provide that service without any sort of pressure or, no sales pitch. We want people to know what is going on in the market and know what's going on with their home.
Yeah.
Well, and before we've had lots of people call us and say, we want to, update our bathrooms and our
Oh, yeah.
kitchen and
Yeah.
things like that. And we have a quote for, $70,000, $90,000.
Yes.
And they ask us, should we do that? And that's a double-edged sword. If you plan on staying in your home for a long time, absolutely. And
Yeah.
you want to enjoy those things for sure.
Yeah.
But for some neighborhoods, it's going to take you a while to get that money back out of your house.
Yeah, that's that is a for real scenario you just named, because we talk about it all the time. Like at our house, like, okay, do you get the kitchen redone? Are you going to stay to enjoy it? Because you put thousands and thousands of
Yeah.
dollars into these things. And then in your mind, you'd like to think that you're going to get a dollar for dollar
Right,
return.
Yeah.
right. And,
Yeah.
even the best remodeling, isn't going to get you dollar for dollar
Yeah.
return.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes you think about it a little different,
Right.
doesn't it? Which is what's good about, having a professional come in to talk you through some of those things. And just having being able to ask somebody who is a professional who can tell you from that side of it.
Yeah.
As opposed to just like what the renovator is saying or what you're thinking in your mind because you're watching HGTV and you want your kitchen and bathroom to look like
Right.
those on TV.
Absolutely. And we value relationships over transactions. That is the biggest thing we tell people. We want to be your real estate advisors. We just want to have that relationship with you.
Yeah, because you guys have been around a long. You've been doing real estate for what together?
6 years.
6
6
years.
years.
But I mean, before that, Dean. Yeah.
I did teach in this town for 25 years,
Uh-huh,
and loved it. I really did.
I'm sure. And you were a nurse.
I was a nurse. Just quit that full-time gig at the end of last year. So full-time real estate starting at the beginning of this year. It's been a ride.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
been
sure,
fun.
especially right now.
Yeah.
Because the market right now is it's been interesting the last couple years, how it, it's really done some interesting
It's-
things.
Yeah.
I was going to say interest rates have really driven the market back when people were getting 2 and 3%.
Yes.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
There really weren't enough houses. Like we had clients that we showed 40 houses to, and they wrote 9 different offers.
Wow.
And until we got them a house.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, that's quite.
That was when everything was super crazy. It's much less crazy than that now, which is
Okay.
nice. I mean, there are still plenty of multiple offer situations, but not quite like we were seeing back in 2021 and the beginning of 22. So
Do you think people are trying to wait out interest rates?
I think some are, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're hearing from lenders like interest rates that they're quoting people are like, we even heard of 5 the other day.
Oh, really?
5 and low 6s. So we are getting there.
Okay. Okay, because I mean that matters. Like I mean,
Yeah.
I mean the
For
difference
sure.
between
Oh, yeah.
yeah, in your mortgage. the
Right.
difference
People
between-
don't want to give up the 3%. And, who could blame them?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
I don't.
Right.
I'm like, we got in around that time, and I'm like, we'll probably never move.
Right.
we're
Well,
just here.
Yeah. And we were
here.
in that situation too. We had like a 3.1 and then
Yeah.
we moved in October and we certainly don't have that rate anymore. And that's okay because we can always refinance.
Going to
You
say, refinancing is great, but, we're at the point in our lives where we found the perfect house in the perfect location. So
Yeah.
we
So it was
just
worth the
decided,
move.
we decided that was for us.
Yeah, and that's really what matters, right? It's what you're comfortable with. If you can get kind of some of what you want, you're comfortable with that, then and it's there for you.
Right.
Like
If
it's
it's
available for
available.
you. It's available for you, then you got to do that. You got to do that. Okay, well, we know that it's heating up and that people are ready. And so this was some really great information for people to know as they start thinking about the possibility of getting out there and either listing their house or buying a house. So thank you so much, Dean and
Thank
Amber,
you.
for
Thank you.
being with us. We
Yes.
appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Thank you.